Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to some amazing Moose Racing League action here today. We're going to have a blast here in Tier 5. My name's Punju, and I'm so excited to be joining you guys for the Canadian Grand Prix. This is round number 5. 5? Is it really already round number 5 here in Moose? Is it 4 or 5? It's round 5. Holy smokes. We're already like halfway through the season. What's going on? This is crazy. The world is ending, but just kidding. It's not ending. It's round 4, excuse me, numbers are hard. But we're here almost halfway through the season, ready for an amazing race here in Tier 5 with some great action. Of course, my name's Punju, and I'm so excited to be joining you guys here with my wonderful co-commentator, Mr. OTC Dreams. Dreams, how are you doing today, my guy?
I am doing great. I hope everyone's having a great day. Let's see if my camera's going.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, having a great day. I don't think it's very sunny here in Montreal today, which is
looks like
for us Tier 5 guys. So I don't know. I'm just excited to be here today.
I think the sunny is going to be definitely something that all these drivers are very, very, very grateful for, because as you've mentioned to me, Tier 5 seems to be plagued with rain this season. So for them to get a sunny race, do you think this means that we're going to have absolutely no track limit violations? We're going to have pure clean racing today? It's going to be super calm, right?
No.
Good answer.
No.
Perfect.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's we don't want that. We want chaos. We want carnage. We want crazy. I think we're gonna be getting that. Tier 5 never ceases to deliver on that. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this track that's gonna give us all this crazy, ridiculous action. Of course, it's 14 turns across 4.3 kilometers, 2.7 miles. Dreams, you and I both have been here in person before to this actual track, and so we know the undulations and the difficulties of this track. You know, between that turn 3, 4, where people are gonna be cutting tracks, and that where it goes downhill, and then to the next chicane right after that. It's honestly, this track is basically just a bunch of chicanes with a couple straights on it, and nobody ever believes me when I say that. Then they look at it from an aerial view, and they're like, oh, it kind of is actually. When it comes to these chicanes, which ones do you think are going to be the, I guess, like, unconventional passing zones that some of these drivers are going to try to take advantage of?
One that's going to be, I think we're going to see a lot that we shouldn't, is going to be to turn 3 and 4. There's going to be a lot of moments out of turn 2. It's really low grip, really hard traction. So you'll see a lot of slides on there, people going side by side into turn 3 and 4. And then obviously the Wall of Champions, made famous by the incredible flipping flips that cars do when they touch that wall. Yeah, just it's a really tough track with a lot of chicanes.
Yeah, I think that Wall of Champions will cause at least one pile up today. Obviously, it wouldn't be a fun Canada race without a big pile up Wall of Champions. Though here in Tier 5, the only champions that I can recall, I'm sure there's probably one or two more that I'm just not remembering, but the only ones that I can recall that have won championships is Midnight and Dutch Raven. So I think they're guaranteed to touch the wall today at some point, because it's named after them, right? Anybody else that you think is going to be racking up penalties today and maybe getting themselves in some unforced errors?
I don't want to put any curse on anyone that I don't save, because it's just going to happen. Who am I feeling? Who am I going to pick out of this group? Toast is going to get in an incident.
Ooh, okay.
I'm doubling up on it. Bouncy. Toast and Bouncy.
Wow.
They're getting an incident.
Okay.
I'm just guessing.
All right. I like the
hey,
if they do, then Word Genie says you better go buy yourself a lottery ticket right after today. That's the move. Now, when it comes to our lap times that we're out there, what are you thinking for a Tier 5 pole position? I'm thinking a high 11 is going to be my guess. Oh, no. Dutchy's already found his way to hit somebody. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah, I definitely could see that. Mickey qualifying God. G is not in here.
Nope, he's not.
So, yeah, I think with these bankers, it might be a mid 11. Maybe like a 11.6, 11.5.
But
maybe a 10.5.
Maybe an 11.3. Yeah, we already have that on the board. What the heck? How are we into low 11s and it's Tier 5 right now? Then should not. What the heck, Pouncy? How are we into 10s?
Maybe a 9.5.
What's going on, dude? What? I feel like Canada's one of those. Oh,
yeah,
go ahead.
I actually don't know the times that well here, which is surprising. I drive the track a lot. But yeah, well, Canada's definitely one of those tracks I think I knew you were going to say is some people just really mesh with this track.
Yeah. Dude, it's nuts.
One of those, yeah.
Yeah, it definitely is a personal preference kind of track, and where some people are just like randomly cracked here, and some people are just really, really, really not very great at it. D-Master puts a really good point. He's here in chat. He says Dutchy actually just got impeded and was given the 5th place while being impeded by WV new guy. Unfortunate as well. I think WV may have not realized that Dutchy was right behind him. And then I think they collided going into this hairpin in the back of the corner or in the back of the track. But yeah, I think it's one of those tracks where some people are just way too good. D says he can't even do a 10-8 here, and yet we already have somebody a tier behind him in a 10-7. I had somebody messaging me last night concerned about somebody who was putting down like 10 flats, and they're a tier 4 driver, tier 3 driver, and I'm like, it's just one of those tracks, man. Like, some people are just way too good here.
Yeah, and just it's very aggressive, this track. You gotta be able to know how these exit works. These curbs are super high in some places and they're really flat in other places. It's like a go-kart track.
Yes.
So some people are just able to drive really aggressively, and some people just struggle to find that limit. That's okay, because it's going to help you at other tracks.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that one. I think the the aggressive driving style that you have to have here, you're right, is definitely not complementary to every single track on the calendar. So it does make sense that this would be a spot where certain people would excel and certain people wouldn't. One person who hasn't quite excelled in this qualifying session so far is JimJustRaged. He's doing his second outlap in a row. Actually, it looks like he wasn't able to set a proper outlap the first time around, maybe invalidated his first hot lap. So he's going to be giving it one more shot here. I think he should have enough fuel. It looks like he's saving fuel and energy. So he's going to go for a second one on the same set of tires he's already been out on before. Let's see what JimJustRaged, our current championship leader, will be able to put down here in Canada. Go ahead and walk us through this.
Yeah, missed the apex for quite a bit in the Wall Champions. This is a big run down into turn 1, probably just in 8th gear before the corner, down into 4th, maybe 3rd, down into 2nd for this next one. Really difficult on traction. You got to just feather the throttle. You don't want to get on the inside. There's a lot of marbles there. You're going to collect those marbles and not have any traction. Down to 4th for turn 3. Keeps it in 5th and cuts the corner. Just like we said, turn 3 is going to be a problem. This is like the 3rd lap I've seen that Jim has done that's invalidated, but I think he's going to continue this lap to get a banker, get a delta down on his time. Big moment out of turn 6,
yeah.
I think it is. Yeah, down to 7, 8, another difficult chicane. Oh my goodness. Super fast corner. Almost dropped my computer. Yeah, super fast corner. Down to the hairpin. 2nd gear, maybe 3rd, depends on how you want your exit. He's going to let someone by behind him.
Oh, yeah, definitely smart. Now, I actually have somebody in chat saying right here, Michaela, AK, in Tier 3, has a 109.3 right now. So, yep, we're all dead, is what he's saying. That's as fast as many Tier 1 drivers. Faster than some. I think world record's like an 8.5, 8.6, or 8.4, I think. It's disgusting.
Yeah, I think I can actually have a picture of someone's time trial in here, so
I'm ready to go for that. I love it.
A Tier 1 drivers.
Let's take a look. Now, we're about to, I'm going to go ahead and walk us through a Dutch Raven lap right here as Dutchy comes across Wall Champions. A little bit better than we saw out of JimJustRaged. Looks like he's a little bit more prepared for that quick right-left. See how he breaks right there at the end of the cement patch on the right side. Does not cut over turn 1 to invalidate. Gets a really good entry and exit out of turn 2 so far. Perfect on the power. Doesn't overdo it, but definitely gets just about as much as that as those tires will allow him. Does he cut over? It does not cut over turn 3. No invalidation. Maximum track usage out of 4, and then sweeping right through 5. Hard braking to 6. Gets all the way over the curb as much as he possibly can without unsettling the car. This is looking nice and clean for Dutchy. Doesn't look frantic either, is something I want to point out. It looks collected as a lap. Might not be as fast as maybe that 10.7 that we've seen Bouncy already cook up, but it does look smooth. And so I think this is at least for sure right about that 10.9 to 11.1 range at this current moment. It looks really good. Could be faster though, and I could, be having my eyes deceive me. Does miss the apex a little bit on that hairpin. Doesn't quite use all the track usage on the outside, so maybe lost about 2/10 out of his total potential there. But beyond that, it's all looking really, really great. Charging down the second and last straight on this track on his way into Wall Champions. Needs to be careful not to invalidate this thoroughly impressive lap. Gets really bad exit out of the final one. Oh, no.
I think he was going to do an 11.1 there.
Easy. Yeah, could have been faster, but yeah, I think an 11.1 would have been a safe guess. Unfortunate for Dutch Raven. The literal final corner. Wall of Champions will get you. He's worried about cutting over too hard on the first one, and because he's worried about the first cutover, he messes up that second one on the left-hander, and Dutchy unfortunately validates. He's currently rocking a 5-place grid penalty to no fault of his own. Though that penalty he will have to serve, as there's more likely than not going to be a lobby restart. So he is unfortunately in a bit of a pickle. He needs to make sure he puts the best qualifying time he possibly can. He's got a bunch of pressure. How do you think he's going to handle that pressure?
I mean, as we can see, not great at the moment, but there's still plenty of time. You can do a bunch of laps, really quick lap. So I think he'll still be able to put in a lap. Doesn't deserve the 5-place grid penalty, but just F123. F123.
Yep.
So, he should be able to get a good lap in, I think. It is a tough track. It is hard to not invalidate. You want to be on the limit at all times, but he should be able to handle that pressure. And I can confirm 9.3 is really fast.
Yeah, that's really fast. I know.
That's
speaking of somebody who's really fast, Moo Bouncy. Bouncy is out there trying to improve on his already current pole position time, provisional at least. And he's already 1.5 tenths up. Would be putting him at a low 6, high 5 at this current moment. Looks really on edge though. This is it's a stark difference from that lap that we saw out of Dutch Raven, where Bouncy looks like he's really putting, like, you see those little twitches on exit every few corners, which you kind of have to do if you want to put max pressure out of these lap times. He's really giving it everything this car can give. Really good exit out of that hairpin.
Yeah, he got a fantastic exit. Great rotation in there. The mid corner was beautiful. Usually just sees cars drifting out wide there, but no, he was right on the brakes, was able to get that front nose in almost perfectly.
Now let's see how he handles his wall champions. A much tighter cut in. Yeah, absolutely perfect. Maximum amount of power that he can get out of that exit. And he's going to be at a actually slower time. He must have messed up Sector 2.
He lost about 1/10.5 in Sector 2. And he was really cautious through the wall of champions there.
That makes sense. Yeah, now we see some other times piling in. Jim, he's right there.
Doing his thing. He's inevitable.
Do we see Jim extending his championship lead after today? Do you think he's going to have a bit of a howler?
See, whatever I say, it's just going to be... If I say the bad thing, it's going to happen. If I say the good thing, the bad thing's going to happen. No comment.
We're just not supposed to talk about Jim. Okay, cool. We're gonna.
No comment.
Jim, actually, fun fact, everybody, is actually not racing today. It's pretty crazy. I don't know why his name's on the screen. Just pretend it's not. We're not going to talk about him the entire day. We don't want to curse anybody.
Yeah.
Actually, we should just
go on Guan in there.
Yeah. Actually, I think so that we don't curse anybody, we should just turn off the whole broadcast in general. Probably the best move. Because otherwise we're going to ruin someone. Yeah. All right, guys. It was great. Great seeing you. Yeah. We'll see you later. I think actually though, we'll commentate or curse a few people, but so far these times are looking quite encouraging for some good racing. Dutchy's back there out on another outlap. I think we see some pretty tight racing. I mean, look at some of these gaps, dude. They're tight. Look at that, 3rd to 4th, 2/200ths of a second.
And I mean, this like we said, the aggressive driving style is suitable here, but in the race, that we know what that leads to.
Penalties.
Those little boxes by your names.
Yep.
And you can't serve them.
Yep.
We could see. I mean, we could also just run out of safety cars by lap 15. So
it's possible.
There might not be that late safety car to bring the field together and really make those penalties hurt.
Yeah.
But those penalties there's gonna be a lot. I'm just putting it out there. There's gonna be a lot. For
what
anyone
if we
who was in here hoping to not see any warnings? I've seen about 40 invalidated laps already in qualifying.
I know. There's been so many.
So, yeah, there's going to be a lot in this race, which is going to make it exciting.
We could do a little fun bet where we do a cumulative over-under on how many penalties the entire grid will get. I'm going to cumulatively say 60 seconds for the entire grid.
So you say everyone on the grid would get at least a 3-second time.
Correct. On average, every person has 3 seconds. Is my guess.
I might put the over on that.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
From what I've seen in qualifying, I might go on the over on that.
Wow.
I've literally seen I've seen someone do 3 outlaps over. Yeah, Bobs agrees with me. I think we might see the entire grid get a penalty plus some other people. We'll definitely see that one person who doesn't even have a warning. Correct. Yeah, there'll be one alien. Someone's going to make up for that with 6.
Well, with 6 is like a small penalty here. Actually, at 60 might be a little bit low. You're right. Let's go ahead and up it to 80 seconds. Do you think it's going to go over 80 seconds cumulative?
80 is tough. 80's a lot. That
80's
is
a
a lot,
lot,
of
dude.
penalties.
That's 4 seconds per person on average.
Okay, all right. For this question,
Uh-huh.
are we considering people who get 5-second penalties that are served?
Corner cuts only.
Corner cuts only. 80 seconds is rough.
Yeah.
I
I
kind
say
of want to go the over, though.
you to take the over? Okay. If we have any mods in chat, if you guys are able to make a poll, I believe YouTube can still do polls. I'm gonna say an over/under on 80 seconds. Let's see what everybody thinks here. But before we go and start making these wagers and gambles and get kicked off of YouTube, let's go ahead and keep watching some good old racing right here in this qualifying session. Dutch Raven out there to try to make amends for his invalidated lap. Let's see what he's got.
Bouncy just drove into the back of an Alfa Romeo while they were both letting people by and broke his entire front wing.
Well, rip. Dutchie's putting down a good lap. It's 11.3. That puts him in 5th at this current moment. 0.02 of a second off of I2 terms right in front of him. Dutchie will not get another chance for another lap unless he stays out on these tires. I think he's going to try to recharge his energy, but I don't know if he just has enough fuel for that. That's what I'm curious of. Oh, he's like literally going to neutral. Wow. So Bouncy's Pinocchio'd. He's fully... Yeah, he's anteater. Yep.
Yeah.
No wing. You're right.
I don't even know how that... Never mind.
No clue either. I think he may have hit midnight. Oh, look, the Alfa Romeos. Yeah. They met up for coffee. The hairpin. Look at this. They're just... They just find each other on track. Just stop for a little siesta. Like, all right, we'll enjoy ourselves a little spot of poutine, and then we'll get back out there for some racing.
Poutine.
I love it. Yeah, like that. Thank you.
I had some poutine. It was all right.
What? All right? What are you talking about? It's amazing.
I'm not like the biggest cheese guy.
Man,
I didn't like the little white balls. It was just
I loved it. I can't get enough of it, man.
Good, though. It's just weird.
I love it. I'd have poutine for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, man. I think it's so good. But hey, you know who wants to have something for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Jim wants to have good lap times for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yes, he does. Want to go ahead and walk us through his final qualifying attempt?
Yeah, I mean, he went down into first gear for turn 2, which is I've never seen that before. But let's see if he can keep it valid through turn 3. It's going to be really tight. Oh, he had to back off a lot there. He turned in a little bit too early. Still kept the power down almost flat out through all these corners this time through down to 10th and a half. He needs 3.5 more tenths just to be able to match Bouncy through this lap. He's going to get a little bit of a moment through there. Kept his foot down. He's not going to lose him too much time. Obviously not going to get the exit he wanted. Down to turn 7 and 8. Benzo just out of nowhere put in a 10-6. We have an Alpine front row lockout. Whoa. Front row lockout. Can Jim do anything about it? He lost time through sector 2. Jim is not improving. Terms jumping Jim. 10-8. Jim with a good exit out of the hairpin. He's going to get a slipstream from his teammate Midnight. I don't know if it's going to be enough to, jump him up into the front row, but it could get him higher up onto the second row in P3. It is a fantastic slipstream from Midnight there. Jim down to the final corner. The hair... I'm just wrong. That's the Wall of Champions. Gets a big moment on the exit. Down to the line. Shortest run. Can he do? Doesn't
go better.
And runs through an Aston Martin there. Oh my
what?
Goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, new guy just parked on the line. And it's a little bigger. Wow, that's Benzo? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I did not have that on my bingo card today. Benzo slice. Flying.
Yeah.
Great job from him for his qualifying right there.
Alpine cracked?
I think Zoso's still on a lap right now. No, he's not.
Yes?
He's braking really awkward. Yeah, he's not. He's done. So that's I think that's all of it. Toastex is entirely out of energy though. Maybe he's trying for one right now.
Invalidated.
Yeah, he is. Yep. That's it. That's qualifying. Benzo slice on pole. Wow. With his teammate Moo Bouncy sitting in second. Terms in third. Jim in fourth. A lot to do here in this race. Nathan in fifth. Zoso coming in sixth. Great eighth and seventh. And Dutchie in eighth. With Norm Bash in ninth. Toast in 10th. Rage Quit looks like just outside of the top 10 in 11th. Cobb in 12th. JT in 13th. Laser in 14th. John Does Work in 15th. Apostle in 16th. Omarmo in 17th. Parked on the side of the road. Interesting. Midnight in 18th. And New Guy crashed out across the line in 19th.
Yeah.
Oh, look at all those 11s, though. We got 1st through 14th. Separated by just a second.
I think it's gonna be nuts.
Yep.
As the Aston Martin and the Haas are just, parking wherever they want.
Yep. They're.
No, I was.
I think the valet put them there. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pay the valet. They just valets are just new drivers.
Exactly.
And we can't forget about the Dutch Raven 5-place grid penalty.
Correct. That's gonna play a big factor.
Yeah, John does work. I'm surprised he's that low. I mean, he had the win in his grasp last week.
Yeah.
It was literally snatched from him at the line. But yeah, I mean, he's down to 15th. He's got to make a run, to try and be back where he was last week. But I think he'll get into the points.
Yeah, in my opinion, that seems like a relatively unrepresentative time of his pace as well. Because look at that, it's 1.4 seconds off the lead. That just seems like something must have gone wrong. Just wasn't able to really link it together in a qualifying, rather than an actual representation of what his pace is going to be like. So, we'll see. Obviously, the race is yet to come, but I don't know, man. This is going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. I'm curious.
Yeah, I think we'll be. I think we're going to be treated. I think it's going to be a good race.
Yep.
And I hope rain just comes anyway, even though it says it's not.
Oh yeah, me too. Dude, imagine we load the screen and it says rain. Oh, dude, how good would that be? Lakota's saying that Alpine has been doing a lot of team practice. No rain. It does look cloudy. We have hope. We have hope, guys.
Just a little bit of hope.
Not me.
F123 has lied to us before.
I know, not us preying on everyone's downfall right now. What's going on? Hello, Giants fan. Welcome in, my friend. Hopefully you're ready to watch your McLaren team do the best they possibly can. They look pretty solid out there today so far, but obviously they're going to have a lot of work to do once they get actually out onto the grid. Looks like one of the Red Bulls is not fully loaded in. Yeah, we're missing a Red Bull. That's what's going on. So we'll see what's going to go down here in this race. I am, as you and I have both talked about, Dreams, we're expecting a lot of penalties. We're saying for an over-under, cumulative 80 seconds across the entire grid for penalties. Giants fan, what's your take on that? How many of those penalties are going to be done by the McLaren guys? And do you think we're going to go over 80 or under 80?
Absolutely 0 penalties by the McLaren guys, by the way.
You think 0 by the McLaren?
0 by the McLarens. Try my controller. Oh.
Looks like it's race time.
5 lights.
And we're out. And now it's race time. We got a good launch from both the Alpines, and it looks like the AlphaTauri of Iturn trying to take the right side, but not going to be able to do it. Almost rear ends the back of that Alpine. Really close, but Jim says, hey, thank you so much. I'll take that inside line. I think it's going to be able to stick it coming out of turn 2. Looks pretty solid for it. Yeah, and they're going to go side by side into turn 3. We already said it was going to happen. Just kidding. Jim backs out, plays the conservative move right there. Pretty smart for him, for sure.
That didn't happen, though.
Nope. There goes Great Ace. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
Guys, how are we spinning each other under safety car? Guys.
Whoa. That was bad in the back. Yep,
Turn
that's turn 3 doing it. You said it. And it happened immediately.
I think someone got a little wiggly out of turn 2.
I think you're right.
I said it during qualifying. If you go side by side into turn 2, oh my goodness, I keep dropping my controller and I keep catching it. But okay, we're just gonna put that over here. Anyway, yeah, the marbles are bad.
Yeah.
On the inside of turn 2. That's the worst traction I've ever experienced on this game. It's like F122 all over again. But yeah, I think first safety car of 5, we're gonna max them out.
Oh yeah, for sure, absolutely for sure. This is a great start. Unfortunately, new guy and Great Ace already DNF'd out of the first couple corners. Oh god, dude, that's gnarly.
Shortest reserve tenure.
I know. Makes it, unfortunately, about 2 corners. Oh, dude, I feel so bad for him. Wow. Oh, it looks like he DNF'd under safety car. So, he made it through and then DNF'd. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's brutal. That is brutal. Well, we'll see.
He crashed on the back straight.
Oh, no, dude. Oh, no. How did he do that? Was he, warming up his tires? Can you guys give me an idea of exactly what happened? We didn't see it, so that's... I don't know.
Can you get an instant replay?
Great Ace is pissed. I don't blame him, too, man. That was just brutal. I think it was just, one of those things where it just gets caught up in some squirrely whirlies, and then, yeah, just unfortunate, man. His car panned across the camera. Did I miss it? No way. Wow. That's brutal. I need to make sure that we see that in post. That's absolutely rough.
Gotta be somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Give me 1 second. I need to grab one little thing real fast, but the mic is all yours. We have a good time under safety car. Give me 1 second.
Hey guys, just me. OGC Dreams here. So chat, I know we all love me. Who do we think is gonna have, like, what do we think the amount of penalties is for, like, the most? What's the highest time penalty we're gonna have here? I think it's gonna be like 18. I think it's gonna be 18, right? I'm gonna check warnings. 12 seconds? Giant. I mean, we already have 2 track limits warnings. Then lost the camera? Okay. Oh, I'm back. Nope, I'm not back. Am I back? Yep. Am I back?
Wait.
True. Keep the penalties down, but
This is what we call being a pro streamer, guys. Definitely didn't lose that camera at all. Don't even talk about it. It didn't happen.
no, that's good.
Nah, never
I was
happened.
just having a chat with chat. We were discussing what
Max?
the highest penalties.
I see Bouncy saying 24. By the way, Bouncy's typing while he's driving. Bouncy! Quit it.
Henry,
Don't pause.
say anything like that again, you're banned from TTR.
I think we're gonna see a 20. Yeah. But 80 seconds, is my my cumulative guess.
We did 2 corners, and there's already 2 track limit warnings.
Oh, there are 2 warnings. Oh, great. Great. Oh no. We'll see how that's gonna go. Then that's really great to hear. Oh no. I think we're gonna be fine. I think it's gonna go great. I think the rest of this race is gonna be a lot cleaner. It's just we had the little pre-race jitters. So no worries. Opening lap. Time to get going. Let's see what Bouncy's got here on the safety car restart. He's going pretty straight and narrow. There he goes. Gets a huge jump on his teammate, like literally almost a full second. Actually, literally a full second. Nathan was ready for it, though.
Benzo was doing.
I don't know either. He was busy weaving, and he was like, oh, he's definitely not going ahead of me. No, he's like gone.
Nope. And there's like Dutch Raven and Jake Laser were also asleep.
Oh, yeah, they were. Dutchies. 8-10s and Raven or Laser a whole second out.
Toast was not asleep at all.
Nope. Easy pass for him. Looks like he's on a vengeance right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at tires that everybody's got going on. I'm curious what they're running. Everybody on mediums and hards except for one person. Nathan on the softs. What the heck is he doing? Interesting move for Nathan. What do you think about that?
Yep. Don't know. He should have just went medium to the end there.
For sure.
The mediums are really good around this track. Different than China, where China is the hard tires are through and through the best tire there.
Yes.
The wear is not that bad on the mediums, and they keep their pace for quite a while. As Jim and Nathan are going side by side, the 2 biggest contrasts in tires.
Yeah.
You will see. I think next time we have a safety car, these hard runners are going to go medium.
Yeah, I think so too. But they have to.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have to.
Yeah, just so if they don't. Also, I'm hearing quite a bit of breathing into your microphone. I don't know if you have that
breathing
noise cancellation on. Yeah.
Okay.
But right now we got
it.
the reason why I think Jim was giving Nathan such a hard time is because he wants to wear out his tires, but obviously it didn't really work out too great. In fact, there goes Toastex making a pass on JimJustRaged. So all the top 5.
Or Benzo.
Oh yeah, it's Benzo. Oh, Benzo way off.
Yeah, he was on the grass. He yuki'd it.
Yeah, huge mistake for Benzo Slice. Now down to 6 after hanging out in second for quite some time. Unfortunate for Benzo. I mean, he's definitely got a lot of work to do to catch back up there. But unforced errors are part of the name of the game here in Tier 5. If you can minimize on those, you're likely to have some pretty good positions by the end of this race. It looks like it might be Nathan making a pretty strong charge, obviously, for the next few laps. I think Nathan's going to try his best to get up into that second place spot and then stabilize. But then again, also, I don't know if I really expect too much strategy from people these days. So I really don't know. In fact, Benzo's lagging all over the place. Hold on a second. Benzo's losing position after position.
I was watching that, and I was seeing he was about to go side by side. And he just
Midnight's out. Midnight's left.
I'm guessing it's power
Could be. Yeah.
from the storm. Yeah, just kind of nuts down here.
Uh-oh. Yeah, it's not good. Now Benzo losing another spot. Benzo must be an AI mode or something like that because he's going mighty slow. Yep, in fact,
slowly.
gets tapped by Jake Laser going into the wall of champions. Benzo Slice cuts over the rejoin area, and that's a yellow flag, a big one ahead. Not too big, actually.
Don't know, but guess what?
Could have been Benzo on his rejoin, and that's what caused it. I'm not sure, though.
Yeah, we do have our first penalty.
Hey, Omaro! How bad is it that we're praying on everyone to get penalties?
I bet the over, so you know, like, I'm praying pretty hard for people's downfall.
Now, Omar was watching a little bit of a scuffle between Midnight and JTB Drippin. Midnight has to tuck behind JTB Drippin right there. Midnight, recall, is on AI mode, so somebody can get it back in. That'd be awesome.
Zoso.
Yep. Oh no, Zoso! Big spin. Looks like unforced error too. Just going rear into the wall, and he is going to be at the very back of the grid now. No safety car to save him. Hopefully he doesn't have rear wing damage and it's not terminal and that kind of stuff. But, you know, I had mentioned that Nathan was making a charge, trying to get himself up into second. Well, Toast said, no, thank you. I want to battle you for that spot. And now Toast is right here up in fourth and going to make another move back on Nathan, who made a bad exit out of Wall of Champions. There goes Toast. He's gone, girl. So this might be a little bit of a back and forth battle between these two guys for the next few laps, allowing I2 Terms and Bouncy to just run away with the top two spots. What do you think about this move to these two guys?
Yeah, I mean, something must have happened to Nathan like 2 laps prior because he lost 3 seconds out of nowhere.
Yeah, big time.
But another time penalty. The over is looking pretty juicy right now, but yeah, I mean, they got to work together. They have to work together so that they can catch up to these top two. You know, trade DRS. Bouncy looks like he's just in a league of his own right now.
Yeah, he's gone.
He almost crashes. But yeah, I think this field is going to be tight, but they have to work together to close back up. And I mean, there's always going to be safety cars as Zoso spins again.
Oh no. Yeah, Zoso may have some pretty gnarly rear wing damage, is my guess. Bouncy, as you mentioned, is kind of in a league of his own. However, I will say, you know, obviously Bouncy, really nice guy, but he seems to find a way to find a barrier on his own relatively frequently. So he's got to just manage his own, you know, pressure of leading this race by such a hefty margin, and you know, avoid making incidents and stuff like that. Canada's a spot where you can bottle out of the lead. I bottled out of the lead and was about to win a championship for it, and bottled a championship because I bottled out of the lead. So it's a very, very easy spot to make mistakes. Like you've mentioned many times, you got to be full attack here, and Bouncy's just got to be super careful while he's sitting in this big lead. There's another yellow flag in the back. Looks like the Red Bull of JonDoesWork lost a little bit of time coming out of Wall Champions, and Benzo actually ended up having to give a position back for maybe a game's illegal overtake. I'm not sure. Interesting.
I'm not sure. I'm just looking through at warnings right now.
Of course.
And yeah, it's gonna. I think we're gonna see some maybe 90.
Wow. I mean, we're only 9 seconds in so far. We're about a 10th of the way through our penalties, and we're more than a 10th of the way through the race. So right now, I think the under is actually looking strong. Personally, for those of you guys that said over under 80 seconds worth of penalties, that is our bet today in this tier. Is will the tier cumulatively get more than 80 seconds worth of penalties? I said the under. 80 or more, obviously, is the over. So we will see who ends up being right on this one. I don't know. Oh, dang it. There's another one.
Have any pace? I just don't think he's got the pace. I mean, the soft tires have been quick, but
Nathan?
I mean, Toast dropped it by a few seconds.
Yeah.
That last lap, Jim passed him on hard tires. Maybe Toast is just quick.
Yeah, I think also Nathan's probably about to hit the wall. And let's see how Dutchy handles this. Dutchy, obviously, we know to be strong on his day. And so we'll see how he handles the pressure that he's going to try to put on to Nathan. Gotta be careful, obviously, not to go too hard while trying to catch him up, because he's catching up very naturally with hardly any work is what it looks like. Every few corners, he's catching 1 to 2 tenths. So if Dutchy could just keep it smooth, cool, calm, and collected, I'm sure he'll be able to make this position up in the next 2-3 laps. Pretty easy. If Nathan doesn't go in.
Toast putting a little bit of dent to Terms P2 right now, and Bounty still just flying out ahead. Good on battery. Looks like a great race from him so far, but this midfield's pretty spicy.
Yeah, I think it's going to get even spicier too. Now remember, the fun thing about this track is the way you go into the pits. In my opinion, is like one of the scariest things in the world, because if there's somebody braking right in front of you, you're going to want to go full force, and you have to brake as if you're turning for the corner.
I just watched Norm Bash and Cobb K go side
Oh,
by side
no!
with all champions. Oh, he just gave himself rear wing damage.
He hit it hard, yeah. Cobb is just stuck there.
Oh, yeah.
Thought about it? No, there it goes. Oh, he's going to go all the way up and over. Actually, kind of smart for Cobb right there. That was the smart move right there from Cobb K.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
That's actually really smart. But he's not going to change his front wing. Midnight's out. Oh, Midnight's out.
Yeah, I think he just got kicked and it just retired him.
No way. Yeah, it did. Oh, no. Midnight with a full DC and retirement now. No safety car will be out, though. And it looks like there's a car on the left. Yeah, there's Midnight's car right there. Just that's so unfortunate. Midnight. EA strikes again. But was that a legal pit entry? Shantilla asks. I mean, even if it wasn't, I think it's impressive. We'll let the stewards handle that one.
It is something I have never seen and probably will never see again.
Yep. Cobb K just having to cut the entire track right there. It looks like he's just not getting braking performance as well. Something's going on with that car a little bit more than just a front or rear wing, I think. So something for him and his mechanics to figure out in that virtual pit box. Now it's looking like Nathan WS is starting to catch up a little bit to JimJustRaged and Toastex. They're all in a nice little tight battle. Dutch Raven right at the back of it, playing caboose role quite well. Not trying to overdo it. Just trying to stay in within a shot. How's he looking on penalties? Everybody just only at 3. Those that have the penalties. That's Nathan, Dutchy, Rage Quit, and Omarmo. Rage Quit pretty far out of the pace, actually. They're 7 seconds away almost from Dutchy and that little pod. So Rage Quit's got to pick up the pace or get lucky and have some people in front of him have some mistakes. Just Rage. Oh, no.
Oh, my God. Dutchy almost just died.
I saw that for half a second. That was pretty scary. Good catch from Dutchy. He's probably going to change that race suit at the end of the night.
Probably gonna need it in the next pit stop.
Yeah, for sure. Whoa, so now we're gonna start seeing people's tires drop off is what it looks like. Toast is both cutting into terms and Bouncy's lead right now. Toastex looking pretty strong. Do you think we're gonna see a late comeback from Toastex on pace right here? It's looking like it just might be.
Yeah, I think these top 3 are all pretty close on pace, but also it's just a difficult track and some people might make mistakes, as we saw Dutchy just had a huge moment out of turn 8.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think these top 3, hopefully we're getting another safety car and we can see them battling it out close. And hopefully it's not penalty affected. Yeah,
I think you're right too. Now we got Norm Bash sitting there right in 8th spot. It's in a pretty good position right here, sitting in 8th. He does have Rage Quit just in front of him. He's trying to close him down, but Jake Laser is closing down Norm Bash way faster than Norm is making that gap shrink. So Norm Bash has got to be a little bit worried about his mirrors right now. I'm sure he's kind of driving them a little bit, but he needs to not do it too much, otherwise that can make mistakes. Oh, speaking of mistake, there goes Rage Quit off to the left under braking, coming around turn. I think I got 6 that left-hander. And Jake Laser's made it past Norbash as well. Jake both got the DRS from Rage Quit, and then Rage Quit just disappeared. And so he got the free pass off of Norbash. Oh, man, that's unfortunate for Rage Quit. Poor Andy.
Yeah.
It's no fun.
I've just accidentally clicked onto it and watched like 4 people spin.
Isn't it great how, for whatever reason, whenever we click on someone's camera, they always happen to make a little mistake?
Yeah, or like I'll go to someone and then there'll be 2 people battling in front and just see like the slowest spin of all time.
Oh, yes.
It's just funny.
Sometimes this track seems to, get those slow spins because obviously the brake bias and like the rears locking up makes a really big difference going in some of these slower corners where it's like awkward camber and all that kind of stuff. You'll see some slower spins here, not necessarily like the super speedy kind of flary ones like you might see at like Spa or Portugal or something like that, where much faster spins. If something's going to make a mistake here, it's a lot slower.
Yeah, I think it might be something to do with the chicanes too. They're going slow and they're trying to get big exits, so they, just spin the tires up and just have a really slow spin that they lose the rear, and we have another 3-second penalty. So
yeah, now I'm watching JTB Drippin. He is driving absolutely insane. Oh my gosh, what a pass. That is only because Norbash gave him that spot. The virtual safety car is out. Oh, it's like a backwards. Yeah, backwards Zoso. Yeah.
How is he?
Oh, unfortunately. Like I said, one of those slow spins coming around that turn 3. Normbash and JTB Drippin were having a nice little scuffle, but JT was scaring me thoroughly. Normbash and JT.
Boxing, people boxing, yeah.
Yeah, there it goes. About dang time. I think that they needed to. Terms, bouncy, toast. Everybody's going to go in.
Yep. Medium for the hard runners.
Yeah.
And for the soft runners, medium. I could see Nathan going on to hards here. Yep, he's going to go on to the hards, I think.
That's the right move. I think the hards are what's going to take you to the end. The medium's going to be really tough.
Yeah, no. I think we could.
Oh, that's brutal for JustRaged. Oh, no. After last week's great P2 finish, this race has just gone from bad to worse for him.
The caught him on the exit of the hairpin.
Yeah.
The worst spot for a safety car.
And he's got to end. Yeah, he's got to go. He's got to go in and serve this thing immediately. And he's going in right there. Yep.
That's tragic.
Yeah, it's brutal. At least he'll be able to serve it immediately, which is good. So that's helpful for him. Also, Midnight says this weather is more to blame than EA, sadly. I know, brutal. Very brutal. However, total time penalties. You want to see where we're at right now?
Yeah, I think we're 18, 15? 3, 6,
18. Yep.
9, 12, yep.
18 so far. But we need to get to 80. I feel really good about this under right now. I feel really good about this under.
I think they're going to start firing.
They actually might start coming in all left and right. There goes Rage Quit and Toastex going side by side down into Wall of Champions. It's going to be Toastex who ends up taking the lead out of it. Yeah, handsomely too. Rage Quit just kind of gave it up. I don't know about that strategy. I think he should have gone for that. But JTB Drippin decided to stay out on his old mediums. Same with Jake Laser on the old hards, taking track position. Toastex grabbing another 3 now. In my opinion, he's the favorite to win at this current moment based on pace. Bounty, though, of course, a little bit farther ahead, and Toastex has traffic now in between him and this lead. So I don't know, man. Toastex has got his work cut out for him as well. What do you think about his chances here today so far?
I think he's still good. I think Bouncy and Terms will come back, to reality and get a 3-second time penalty. It's going to happen, and there's going to be more safety cars.
Oh, for sure.
I think he's still in this. He is quite a bit further back than I think he would want to be. 4.5 seconds. Almost 5.5 for him. But I mean, he's gonna take quick work of JTB Drippin and Jake Laser. They're gonna go side by side probably into the chicane here.
Oh so, man, they are. Yeah, gosh, that's gonna scare the crap out of me.
Are.
Oh, don't do it, JT.
Yeah. And there's gonna be a big switchback, or Toast is gonna try and switch back and end up flying.
Yeah, it's back out early. How's JT gonna handle this one now? He's going to try to make a dive on 2 turns. Remember, JT, way worse tires than 2 turns. I don't even know how he's able to handle Jake Laser behind him as well. Toastex, though, yeah, you're right. We'll be right up on them. So now JT, though, he's trying to attack ahead. He's got to worry about his mirrors again as well. Toastex absolutely clawing for that spot. Look at how tight he gets going into turn 3. Tries to get a better exit out of 4. JT is trying to make a dive here. JT's going to defend it. Looking for the switch. That's a smart move from the Mercedes, but doesn't quite have it.
Well, how I like defending there. I mean, JT is on a different strategy. He does not need to be losing time to Toast. I mean, allow Toast to drag you. Toast is going to be on those tires to the end. Allow him to use the pace that he has in those fresh tires. I mean, now he's going to lose DRS, and he might not get back in it. Especially with a big lunge up into the hairpin. I mean, JT's not going to get DRS. Jake Laser's going to have DRS behind. Jim's going to have DRS. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, I think JT may not have played that one quite right. JimJustRaged, though, I think is going to make a move on Jake Laser. Yeah, he will. JimJustRaged easily through Jake Laser. Now JTB Drippin really far away from Toastex. Toastex going to get a double dosage of DRS as well, so he's going to be able to gap out even more. By the time he gets to the end of this start-finish straight, he'll be nearly a whole second away, if not a full second away, from JTB Drippin. 9.6, there's the 1.0. That did not work out for JT. He should not have defended. You are right. He scrubbed himself out big time, didn't he? What was that? What do you think he was thinking there?
I'm guessing he's not. No, I have no idea what he was thinking there. No, genuinely no idea. He probably could have stayed in DRS if he just let him go. I mean, it's hard to drop someone out of DRS even if you're on 12, 13, 14 lap pressure tires. And another 30-second. That is now up to 6 for Dutchy.
He's the first one to hit 6, huh?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just a little confused by that. But I mean, Bounty's 6 seconds in the lead now, which is nuts.
He's absolutely gone. He's shoot, he's about to lap Zoso on pace.
Yeah, and with a safety car and a VSC.
Wow. Yeah, Bouncy is absolutely crushing right now. Zoso's only chance to stay in this thing is for a safety car to come out ASAP. Otherwise, Zoso's
now.
Like literally just come out like in the next like 5 corners. Otherwise, Zoso is really gonna be in a bad spot right here. Oh man, that's so unfortunate to see him in a spot like this. Tosex obviously catching up very slightly to Bouncy, about 2/10 over that last straightaway. 2 turns right on there. Tosex gets another 3. Oh no, he's up to 6 now. He's thoroughly lost multiple positions now, just based on track position. He's got to really cook the rest of the race if he wants to even barely salvage a podium at this rate. I don't know,
work
man.
together to try and catch Bouncy.
I don't think they will.
No, I don't think they will either, unless there's another safety car, which I think that's going to happen.
You think so?
Yeah.
What lap do you think it's going to come out? When do you think?
24.
Lap 24. Well, we haven't had too many. We've only had 1 full and 1 virtual, so it definitely is still a young race. It's anyone's game so far.
Yep, and ball's in Bouncy's court, and he's dunking it.
Yeah, he is. Now, Benzo Slice, he's on fresh-ish softs. Not really very well, actually. He's on pretty oldish softs at this point, 8 laps old, but he is trying to make moves. Pass up Armarmo right there, going down the straightaway that goes into the hairpin. I don't know if that was smart to pass him there because he's going to lose DRS now.
The DRS detection point is right on the exit of the chicane there.
You're right. I thought he had passed a little bit before that detection point. All right, so he's good then. Just kidding. Benzo making a masterclass move. Rage quit, pitting in for some fresh mediums. He'll take these to the end for sure. He's going to come out, I think, still in front of Benzo, or to be right tight with Benzo. Hold on a second.
It's going to be close. It's going to be very close. Benzo has DRS, which is going to help him a lot. But, yeah, Rage quit doesn't have the first corner to worry about.
Nope.
Rage
right
behind him.
Oh, right there with the Haas. And Cobb's out. No, he's DNF'd into the pits. He's decided to retire. Oh, no. So Cobb is done. We are down to just 15 drivers here tonight. That's brutal. And Zoso, is he still ahead of... No, he's not. Zoso's been lapped officially by Bouncy. Wow. I don't know how long Zoso stays out after having been lapped. I hope he stays out for at least 2 or 3 more laps. We've got this Mercedes coming out. Oh, dude, I don't like this, man. You know that Mercedes is about to cause some trouble for these drivers. Uh-oh. That retired car of Cobb is going to cause troubles for Bouncies. Guaranteed.
Yeah. Also, Cobb had a 3-second time penalty for the over-under.
Ooh, that was
wasn't
late.
Too bad.
Yeah.
He had to hesitate.
That was weird because it looked like that car was going to try to turn right, the Cobb car.
Yeah.
Was going to try to turn right, but then out of nowhere it just said, nope, just kidding, I'm going to go left. Little whack. Little weird.
Just like Nick DeVries and Kevin Magnussen.
Yeah. Give something to think about. We got somebody. Kate Kapowski's done. Full safety. No way. Zoso is the luckiest man alive. He's got to hope that Bouncy will just let him go. Bouncy needs to just pull over to the side of the road and let him go. If somebody can get a hold of Bouncy, tell him, literally pull off to the side of the road and let Zoso go. He can unlap himself.
He's got it.
What a guy! Bouncy, the ultimate sportsman of Moose Racing League here, guys. We need to give him an award at the end of the day today because that was exceptional right there. Thank you so much to Bouncy to giving Zoso his lap back. And now Zoso will be able to fight, though he will be fighting from 14th position. He's got a lot of work to do. He's still at least in it. So, big sportsmanship move right there. Oh, no, Zoso gets a drive-through.
You should get a heart Bouncy in the chat, even though Zoso just got a drive-through.
Yep. Bouncy's going to go in. That's a heart and then an F right there, the guys. Go ahead, post your hearts and your Fs. And JT's also got one too. Oh my gosh.
That was when he was going into the pits. I think that's an EA bug.
It could be one of those ones, yeah. I think the same thing happened to Zoso too. He also got it going into the pits too. So, Rut-row. That's brutal, man. I can't believe it. He just gets his lap back and then immediately Oh no, man, that's so
We're
brutal.
like, yeah, let's go bouncy, and then just like we finished the climb.
That's so freaking brutal, man. Zoso, he's in a tough spot too because he's got to, obviously haul. He's got to go really fast right here. They've caught up to the safety car, so he shouldn't have a delta anymore. He'll want to go in, get fresh tires, and then he's going to have to absolutely book it. He'll be fine to go in and get fresh tires now. He will not come out behind the safety car. He'll still be fine. He'll come out in front. He's got to book it.
Until he catches the back. I mean, I think he could easily go another lap on those tires before catching the back of the safety car. I mean, the safety car's almost done with the lap. But no, he's just going to pit now.
Yeah. I think that was the right move. He needed to do that. I mean, obviously, he won't be serving that drive-through. He'll be serving the drive-through after everybody goes in, which is the way he wants to do it. So he'll get some fresh tires right here. Bog says, I went from excitement to pure pain. That's facts, dude. I think we all did right there. That was so brutal.
We were so happy for the sportsmanship, and then just like...
That's rough. Now, JimJustRaged will be happy that Zozo's pit, though, because it's going to extend this safety car even longer, so John can easily go in, get another fresh set for himself. He's one of two people to yet to pit. Dutchy decided not to pit. He decided to keep track position. Don't know about that one, but interesting move for sure. But yeah, John is definitely going to need to get that pit stop going and get himself a fresh set of mediums. Needs to.
Yeah, I don't know why Dutch is not boxing. It's a confusing one.
He needed to do it earlier, but now that he's stuck in the safety car spot, he can't do it anymore effectively. If he does, he loses every single position. Prior, he would have lost maybe 4 or 5, but now he's going to lose 13. So now he's got to play off track position. Doesn't have a drive-through though. There are 2 drivers with drive-throughs. It's Zoso, and JTB Drippin. So it looks like JTB Drippin says he was going the speed limit, but still got the penalty. Yeah, so the fun thing about this game is that when you go into the pits, you have to slow down extra when it's under safety car to match an imaginary delta that you can't see. Yep. It's pretty fun.
You should have known that, JT.
Yep. Should have known that you can't see that. Should have known about the imaginary delta that nobody knows actually exists, but does exist. It's quite a fun thing right there, guys. We'll see what these guys are gonna do now. Now Bouncy obviously is in a really good position in my opinion because the 2 people behind him both have big penalties. Basically everybody behind him has big penalties. And then it's just Bouncy up in the front, chilling. And he's got Raven right behind him. Dutchy's on old hards. Absolutely gonna be a wall to stop people. JimJustRaged catches 3 under safety car.
Guys.
That's rough. It's really fresh tires too.
So yeah, we are on the count the penalties out here. Kopke did Cape Apotham have any time penalties?
I don't think Cape had any though.
I don't think he did either. So Kopke had 3, 6, 9, 12, 18, 21, and then we're at 33 seconds of penalties right now.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wow. 33 seconds. I said 80 though was the over-under. That under's looking really strong right now.
The under's looking strong, but everyone's close again, and there's a lot of people with 2 warnings.
That's a good point. Yeah, we might see a bunch of them flood in. Oh, we actually almost just saw a little rear end collision right there flood in from Dutchy onto Bouncy. Let's hope everybody just keeps it cool, calm, and collected under the safety car, everybody. Not time to have collisions. Not under the safety car. JimJustRaged has caught the pack, and Zoso is working his way back. He should be able to get there, before the safety car goes in right here. So safety car should be going in at the beginning of lap 24.
Right. I mean, 24. I'm not saying I guessed it.
You were really dang close, though. There it is.
But it's close. But yeah, no, there's I'm only through the top 7 right now, and I think 5 people have 2 warnings.
Oh no!
2 warnings till their next penalty.
Oh no! Now we look at everybody weaving around, and the Dutchy was just like looking all stone cold. That funny Kimi Räikkönen meme of the one car just stone cold while everybody else is weaving. That was Dutchy right there. But Dutchy getting ready to go racing. He is not going to want to get caught out again, but he did get caught out again. 7/10 on the launch from Bouncy. Bouncy really good at hiding when he was going to launch these cars, but somebody who really was slipping was JTB Drippin. 2.5 seconds lost. Gonna go into the pits, actually. JTB Drippin serves his drive-through now. Smart move. But because of that, he messed up everybody behind him. And at the front, Toastex has made a move on Dutch Raven. Dutch Raven had to leave that one up. And that's I2 Terms and JimJustRaged going side by side. Almost collide coming out of 2. But looks like they're going to make it side by side. They're going to go side by side through turn 3. Not Jim just backs out of it. He says, nah, I don't feel like putting that one. He's going to get a massive switch back out of 3. And decides to back out before he gets to turn 4. That was smart. He's playing conservation. He says, to finish first, you must first finish. And I would like to not fight right now.
Yeah, it also helps that he has the comfortability to, back out because he's like more than double the next person in points.
Correct.
Yeah, no, Jim, just doing his thing. He's got people with penalties ahead of him that are more than him. But yeah, he's got to keep it clean, not mess up any more warnings, I guess, is what I'm going to say there.
Yeah, it's a good point. You're right. He does have 2 warnings right now, doesn't he, Jim?
Yes, I think he does.
Yeah, like many.
I think he's one of like the 8 people with 2 warnings.
One of all of them.
Yeah.
Basically.
All of them have 2 warnings.
There's Bouncy. Oh, no, there's Bouncy. Oh, no, he was looking so clean, no penalties. But he's found himself a 3-second. Now he actually has to fight it. He can't let Toastex pass him because Toastex now is getting closer and closer to him on effective track and penalty points.
I guess you might be able to guess who's the other one with 2 warnings.
Terms. Dutchy.
Actually, I was implying Bouncy.
Ah, well, there it is. Because he got his 3rd. That makes sense. That's funny.
Terms, I think, is actually pretty good.
He could be one of our clean ones.
I think he might be. Which could win him a race.
Yep.
A race he didn't lead a single lap on.
It could, technically, which would be ridiculous. But I think he's a little bit too far to that right now. He's more than 3 seconds away from the lead. He is 3.8 seconds away, so he's got to make up some time if he wants to get that win, technically, off of penalties. And there's JimJustRaged right behind him, chomping at the bit, waiting for a mistake from that AlphaTauri. He's just not seeing one, though. That Terms is putting down some good laps so far. Burning off a lot of his energy, though. He's going to try to make a move on Dutchy going into the Wall of Champions. He will make a move done, and that means JimJustRaged is going to get stuck behind Dutchy going to Wall of Champions. Dutchy, though, wants to get back at him, but just doesn't have the pace. There's some blinking lights from the AlphaTauri, so that's Terms using all of his energy just to get himself up into 3rd, but he is now within striking distance of Bouncy on penalties, just half a second away. So it's definitely doable. And if Toast and Bouncy start to scrap, this could be Terms. You're right, taking the win off of no laps led.
Yeah, should be nuts.
That'd be the first one we have in Tier 5 this season, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah. He's actually been, like, pretty clean on penalties in Tier 5.
Yeah.
We haven't had many penalty-worthy tracks. But, yeah, no, he's been really clean in Tier 5.
Yep. Oh, Dutchy and Jim getting a little bit collidey.
Yep.
Dutchy, that was really
Taking
smart.
the escape road.
Yeah, he knows how to avoid that track penalty right there. That was really smart right there from Dutchy. It's a little bit sketchy on that exit, in my opinion, because it's really tight between you and the wall and that sausage curb. But, Dutchy had some confidence to make that line. That was impressive.
Yeah.
But he will lose a lot of positions and a lot of time there. Jake Laser going to make a pass on him as well. There goes Bouncy losing his spot to Toast. It's now starting to heat up, but Terms has lost a ton of time as well because both those guys are able to trade DRS in front of him. So Terms is just going to be losing time to these guys in the straights like crazy. Has to find crazy pace in these corners. Otherwise, there's no way that Terms keeps up. And it's going to be one of these 2 to win it.
Got to, stick their noses in on each other for Terms to even be able to get back. I mean, Jim looks like he's got more pace than him right now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And I don't see them fighting it that hard. I think Bouncy is realizing, oh, wait, hold on. I actually have a chance at a win right here. I should probably cool down, not go super hard, just stay within this second, gap, not get a time penalty, and I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, that's all he needs to do.
Yeah.
Make it sound so easy.
I was going to say, is that what actually happens, though? We shall find out, because we know that when you have a wind sniffing in front of you and there's a car less than 4/10 away, you just feel this carnal urge to send it. So
feel the urge. Your foot start twitching on the gas. You're nervous to get on the power.
Yep.
Yeah, I think
Speaking of nervousness, Jim just raised looking a little bit nervous under braking. In fact, he might give up a spot to Nathan WS. This is going to be really sketchy. It's a yellow flag in the back. Oh my gosh, what is Terms doing? He's just slowed down like crazy with the VSC. Just kidding. It makes sense why he slowed down. The VSC was to slow down everybody for JTV Trippin, who had spun. That was scary though, because it was all on a straightaway. Did you see that, dude? That was sketchy.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, that was something. Rage was gonna get a free pit here.
Oh.
On some nice fresh soft tires. Yeah.
Whoa, Rage quit. Very aggressive strategy. Hold on a second. I think he should come out in front of that Aston Martin. Yeah, you're right. So a very free pit stop. JTB Drippin looks like he's going to go in as well. So this is an interesting strategy. What do we think about this? Do you think this is going to pay some big dividends for Rage quit right here? He'll be in front of Zoso.
I don't think he could lose any.
Oh. What is wrong with us, dude? What is wrong with us? We're like, dude, this is gonna be the game-winning strategy. Drive-through. That's incredible, dude. Twice, literally 2 times now, with the exact same thing, where we've given people drive-throughs from a curse. That's incredible.
That's so funny.
They need to sack us. Whoever's in charge of this media program here at Miss Racing needs to get us out of here. JT's beached or glitched.
What? It says he left the session.
DQ'd.
What?
I'm scared. There's a Mercedes coming up.
He's not there anymore.
Nope. There's a Mercedes coming up. Oh.
What is this? Oh, he's going to get in the way of Bouncy.
Yep. But not too bad, though. What in the world was that?
What?
That's a DSQ, and it looks like the car's still on track right there on the right side of the track. We'll get out of the way, though. Terms and Jake and Jim all getting by. Same thing with Nathan. This whole little pod is just slowly squirting by. Oh, no. Okay, everyone's live. Okay, cool. JimJustRaged is live. This is incredible, dude. How have we cursed people so bad? This has gotten so scuffed in the last 6 laps. What's going on? There's a yellow flag. Everyone's fine. Everyone's alive. Okay, cool. We're good. Sweet. Back to normal racing, dreams. Nothing even happened. We're back to normal racing. Bouncy's still technically in the lead on penalties, but that's going to be a move from Normbash going on the side of Dutch Raven. Trying to make a move. Looks like Normbash will have it done and dusted way before the corner even starts. Yeah, pretty easy for Normbash right there. Everything's fine. Nothing's scuffed. Everything's great. We're all set.
Everything is scuffed. Nothing is fine. Nobody is okay.
Wow. Terms, though, by the way, is only 1.5 seconds away from a victory right now on penalties. Fun fact. Fun fact. Could be done.
Oh, Terms is still 7 seconds back from Bouncy.
Yeah, it's gotten bigger. It was less. It's gotten bigger very quickly. Just kidding. Terms not looking like the favorite anymore. In fact, he's gonna get passed up by Nathan. Almost actually. Nathan tried to go side by side with them going into the second chicane. That would have been pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean that actually might just bump him out of DRS of Jim and maybe allow Jim to run away with it.
Yep. So now Jim has to catch up though. He's very set in third. We do have a permanent yellow flag in sector 1, and I don't know why. We do have Bouncy, though, trying to make moves on Toastex. Remember, Bouncy can't afford to get a 3-second. Does Bouncy have any warnings? Can you double check for us?
Can do.
Curious. Yellow flag looks like
his penalty. He has 1
warning. Okay. Uh-oh. So Bouncy's got to be careful not to get 2 more. Otherwise, this is going to turn into a legit scrap for the win. We do have a rolling yellow flag is what it looks like. Oh, there's the car parked on the outside. Very interesting. Game's going great today, right? Everything's working great, as intended.
Can't even process.
Well,
tier 5, like tier 5 just makes me sit here and question.
It's got fun things. Hey, there's Rage Quit grabbing the fastest lap of the race at a 1:12.9. Good that he's got that at least, taking a point away from somebody else. Bouncy is pushing though. Look at how much he's all over the place coming out of these corners. I think he's actually trying to go for the on track. I don't think he wants it on penalties.
It always feels much better when you win, when you cross first and win.
Yes.
So I could definitely see him just sitting there waiting. I don't know about going now for the move. He's on the
burning
battery.
energy.
I think he's gonna go for it. I don't know why.
He backs out. No.
Smart. Very smart.
It's smart, but the way that he's going about it is very interesting. It feels very very awkward.
Yeah, I don't know why he doesn't just not use any battery and just sit behind.
Yep. But hey, he's technically gonna get the same result, just a little bit less efficiently. He just gets to hang out in second still, and
just have
stay
more
in the
fun.
DRS. Yeah, you're right. Put a little bit more fun into it. I like the way you're looking at it. Let's go ahead and take a look at these penalties. See what everyone's on still. 6s and 3s. We are not going to hit that 80-second cumulative, almost certainly. So, good job, Tier 5, for being clean today.
Good job, Tier 5. I mean, unless just things
Spiral.
start going.
Yeah.
Which I would love to see, just like a million penalties get racked up.
Could happen. I mean,
Just
remember,
because
Bouncy's on
there
1
is-
right now. He's on 1 warning.
I know there's a lot of people on 2 warnings and all that just in jazz. So
Yep. Now, somebody who's been making up positions very consistently is Normbash. She's up into 7th, but I think he'll be able to get 6th currently off of penalties. So it's a question of can he pass up Jake Laser in 2 terms, the 2 Alpha Tauri barriers in front of him, and better positions, though. Benzo Slice, who we've known to be very quick here, obviously he qualified on pole today, has had a bit of a howler of a race, and he's sitting right there in 8th, charging up on Normbash. Everybody low on energy, except for a few people who've done a good job to conserve. Zoso hasn't even touched his battery. He's at 100%.
I'm afraid if Zoso touches his battery, he might die.
He might spin. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Like,
he's got
immediately.
ring damage.
He's got to. He's
I
got
think
to.
he might. His monitor turned off early. What?
Monitor turned off in the middle of the race.
How does that even
That's
happen?
rough. I've seen it happen before. One of mine.
I would break my monitor. if that
Benzo!
happened.
Benzo! No! Oh, there's the big crash. Benzo and Dutch Raven just absolutely nose on each other. There was nothing that Dutchy could do. He just sees a spinning car right in front of him.
I said Dutch Raven would get in it out.
Oh my gosh. And there's
Zoso's
no
gonna-
safety car. Zoso's actually going to get a point? No way.
He's literally gonna get a point. Oh my
No.
god!
Well, we
rage
got
quit
rage
out
quit.
of nowhere.
Yeah, hold on a second. No, Dutch Raven. Oh, man, that is absolute heartbreak from Dutchy. He was doing so good just to hold on. And a safety
Oh my
car would have been
God.
so massive, but it's not going to happen. Oh,
Normbash is reversing across the.
Normash has spun it. No! I wonder if he spun it or if he got caught up in something. We were so busy looking at this chaos from Dutchy and Benzo that Normbash has lost multiple positions. He's now down into 9th. I think he might have a broken wing too. No, it looks like it's fine. But definitely he's driving a little bit slow. Benzo has decided to go to the pits and retire. And he is done for the day. Unfortunate for him. And Jake Laser and 2 terms will now be collecting some massive points with absolutely no competition. Wow. That's crazy. And I don't even know what happened there, man. That's wild. Bouncy is still in 3 within a second of Tostex, so he's not even going to try. I think he's just relegated and said, I'll just take this on penalties. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Good. Smart from Bouncy.
I think the real battle here is battle for P10.
Yeah. Oh, Toast got
Toast
9.
would-
That's it.
That's huge. No, that's huge.
That's actually going to lose him multiple positions. He's going to lose 2 now, I
I think
think.
that's gonna lose him P2. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no. Toast down to 3rd as of right now. Oh, dude, he should have realized Bouncy isn't going to be pushing me. I can kind of chillax a little bit. And now Toastex losing another position just off of penalties. Man, that's brutal.
I also called that. Someone's getting a penalty in the Wall of Champions and lose the spot on the
There it is.
lose the position.
It's almost bad when we're right about these things, right? Like, we don't
I
even
hate
want...
being right about this.
we
'cause,
don't
like,
want
I
to
just
be.
feel bad. I just feel
Right?
bad.
But we know. We know too well what happens. It always happens. It's every single time. You know way too well. Oh, man.
Oh my. Bouncy
That's-
needs to calm down.
Yeah, he does. He needs to relax. I mean, he's still fine. He's still got a 6-second gap that he can be at.
Yeah.
He can literally slow down on the start-finish straight and just park it for 5 seconds and still win this race. So, you know, like, he's pretty cool, Common Clutch right here. Toastex looks like we'll be able to get across the line without any penalties. Oh, man, so was almost about to get a point. But unfortunately, it's not going to. Toastex will come across the line victorious in the lead, but it's going to be on penalties. Bouncy with his win of the season, his first one. There it is. And there's going to be JimJustRaged coming home in third, but off of penalties, will sneak up to second. Nathan WS, though, will be way down into fourth. Pretty locked in, but instead, actually, multiple people are about to jump him. It's going to be both the Alpha Tauris will jump him. So fourth and fifth go to Jake Laser in 2 terms. Alpha Tauri, great day. And then Nathan WS into 6th, JonDoesWork into 7th, Omarmo into 8th, Norm Bash will be comfortably into 9th. Unfortunately, he was right there for like a 6th, 7th place finish, and that mistake at Wall of Champions got him. It's brutal. And then Rage Quit just rounding out our top 10 with Soso, unfortunately unable to get some points today. Bouncy, though. Great racing from him. Wow. Not bad, right?
Yeah. No, it was a race.
It was a race. I think it was great from Bouncy, especially.
Yeah, that was a fantastic race from Bouncy. Bouncy had a fantastic race. The rest of the race was
a little gnarly.
Questionable. But yeah, no, I think it was a calm little drive here around Montreal. I think this is definitely the calmest race of the season.
Yes. Yeah, I think it was a good one.
Race.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think this is an outlier track where some people are just really good at this track, and some people have barely driven it.
Yep. Now, Bouncy is saying something in the chat. He says, hopefully this doesn't get taken, as if he may have gotten into an incident. Bouncy, what incident are you talking about? What did you do, Bouncy? That's the question. Bouncy, go ahead and let us know. What did you do?
What did you do?
Because we didn't even say anything about that. We missed it, whatever it was. So what did you do?
Whose front wing did you take off?
Yeah, that's the real question. JimJustRaged, though, getting good points for the day, obviously, getting himself in second, and still having a great spot in the championship. He's doing amazing, so good for him. Bouncy into first, obviously. Toastex coming out in third as well, so really good points for him as well. Good recovery from Toastex as well. He gridded up at 9th. Terrible qualifying for him and his standards, and great job, man. That's really well done. So impressive right there. Though now we've got a bit of a contentious championship on our hands. Obviously, JimJustRaged, holding down pretty solid into the first, but if this pace continues for Bouncy, he could be dangerous for Jim going into the final few rounds. What do you think for how this implies into the rest of the championship? Oops.
I mean, hopefully it gets close.
Right?
I mean, I'm looking at the standings right now. I think you probably have them up. But, I mean, yeah, Jim has been just the most consistent driver by far.
Mm-hmm.
28 points ahead of Nikki right now. Where's Toast? Toast is in P3. I mean, he's going to be moving up into P2. 15 points added on top of 32. He's going to have 47 points. But, Jim is just it's going to be in 80-something. 80, what, 3? So
looking really strong. Yeah.
He's going to be
dangerous.
dominating this championship. I mean, I don't want to pray on anyone's downfall, but I hope he DNFs to make this close.
Let's get him into the interview room and let's tell him that exact thing right there. I'm excited.
Yep. That would be the first thing you say. I mean,
I guess.
First thing I'm gonna say.
Well, I think we should go ahead and see if we can get into these guys in interview rooms. We got Toastex, JimJustRaged, and Bouncy, of course. Any of them sitting in waiting room?
Let me check. No.
We want to ping some of them and see if we can get any of them into interview waiting room.
Well, I can do that, indeed.
Let's see if we can get one of them to jump in for us.
I think Jim's probably doing tier 4 comms, right?
Yeah, he should be jumping right over. Usually he's able to jump in for an interview. However, today he probably won't be able to. Looks like he's 3 minutes behind, so might not be able to. If not the end of the world, of course, if we have to skip our interviews today. We'll be sad, but, it'll be understandable.
We'd just be a little upset.
Mm-hmm.
I might go pout.
What's up?
Oh, I think we have all 3. Who do we want first?
Let's go ahead and get third place. Let's get Toast. Mr. Toastex, welcome into the interview box, man. How are you feeling today? Great drive today.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, not too bad at all. Definitely unfortunate, obviously, to finish in third, but on track first, dude. Your pace was on fire today. Tell me about that race. How you feeling about it?
I mean, it went all right, but unfortunately, at the start of the race, the two commentators said that I'd pick up the most penalties, and then I lost a win due to 9 seconds of penalties. So I'm going to thoroughly blame them instead of me.
What are you talking about? We didn't say that at all. That never.
Who?
That was Dreams. I'm gonna say this. That was Dreams. I'm gonna fully not take any blame on this one. Dreams, I'm like hardcore putting it on you. You're like,
I don't know who Dreams is, but he's not out here.
Yeah, you're right. We did definitely curse you on that one big time. But you know what? I mean, yeah, penalties are one thing, but the pace is the more important thing. And that pace was just on it, start to finish. Dude, you were flying. I think you made some good strategy calls as well. And the way that you caught up to Bouncy at the very end and started like really putting the pressure on was pretty impressive. Even your early stints were pretty impressive too. So to come back from 9th that's great, man. That'd be driver of the day material in my opinion. So I think it's a good job. Which corners were you having the most problems with when it comes to the penalties?
I got a couple on turn 1 because apparently I'm really stupid, but mainly turn 3 and 4. Just every single lap, it seemed like.
Yep, that's the spot for it.
I'd go like 15 laps without getting one, and then just get about 3 in the space of 2 laps, it seems like. So.
It's when that tire starts to kind of like change its grip composition, and then it slightly changes your line by like a couple meters, like maybe a meter, and then that'll just start, getting you penalties left and right. It's crazy, right?
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, but I mean, otherwise, dude, your racing was great today, and this is putting you in a good spot going forward for the rest of the championship. How are you feeling about your position in the standings now? Do you think you still got a shot at the championship? How are you feeling?
I mean, if Jim does DNF a few times, then yeah. At the minute, probably not. No, he's just constantly up there.
He's flying right now. He is looking very, very, very good. I mean, you're sitting in 3rd. I think after today, you'll be in 2nd. You'll be pretty easily in 2nd actually after today. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's going a lot better than last season.
That's not too bad. Yeah, not too bad. I'm excited to see what you got for this one. Well, hey, man, I want to say thanks for the great racing today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Keep rooting on your Mercedes teammates as well. Unfortunate for your Cobb to DNF out of the race today as well, but it looks like Mercedes is looking pretty strong today.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've got to look strong. It's been bad.
I know that feeling. Alrighty, Beagle. Well, I'll chat to you later. Great racing again.
Cheers, mate.
Let's see if we can get Jim. If we can't, not the end of the world.
He's in the waiting room, so I will throw him in, I guess.
Yeah. Mr. Jim Just Raged. Hello, good sir.
Hello, friends. How are we?
Back to the interview room. I'm sure you're doing great. Yeah, it's
been a good start to the season.
Yeah.
We'll say that.
Not too bad. You seem to be a pretty consistent guest up here. Man, this is it's gonna be great for your championship. You were already sitting pretty strong in the lead. Now you're in the 80s of the points. You're already over 80 points. How's that feel? Feel pretty good?
It feels great. Yeah, it feels pretty good. I mean, I knew coming into today I just needed to be consistent. And
yeah.
I mean, because this is just a slightly bigger and wider Monaco, but not really, not terribly wider.
Yep. Well, that's by the way, you are currently averaging over 20 points a race. Just want to let you know. So
I don't think I could keep that up the rest of the way, but
well, I will say, Dream said he wanted you to crash at least once or twice for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't happen very often. I will say that.
Say bigger picture.
Last race, Jim with an absolute collapse wins the championship last lap after I do something and cause a safety car.
Hey, you never know. You never know. But I mean, overall, man, this race was really great for you. I mean, obviously, your pace was undeniably good. So I say you got a lot to be proud of for yourself for today, and I hope it keeps going on to the next one, man. Great job.
I hope so. Thank you, boys.
We'll let you go over and get on to some Tier 4 comms, but again, great racing, and excited to see you next week.
All right. See you guys.
Adios. All right, and last but not least, our race winner of Bouncy. Holy smoke rollies. Never had him in an interview room before, I don't think. Let's say, hey, Bouncy, looks like you're muted, but hello, good sir. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
We're doing great. I'm sure probably not as good as you, man. That was a dominant race. Well done to go from 2nd to 1st. Quality was looking strong. You had that provisional pole for a hot minute, and then to come home and finished off strong was really impressive. I know you've been in position to win races multiple times before, but obviously stuff has happened to you, whether it be of your own volition or from somebody else, time and time again. How does it feel to finally close home that victory?
Oh, it feels great because I've gotten no wins stolen from me in the past due to a time penalty. Hope
Yep.
that doesn't happen again, but the name gets all too real sometimes for
Yep.
me.
Hey, I think you've done a great job today. To close it out like that was really impressive. And I think the strategy decision where you realize like, oh hey, if I just stay behind Toast, I don't need to push it anymore. I don't need to worry about getting penalties. Like I could just be chill. That was the move that won you that race for sure. Was to just back it off and start to relax and just play your last few laps. Really chill was smart. So great job on that. Going into the rest of the season, you definitely weren't super strong in the championship standings before today, but now you are at like 34 points. I think you're like literally in like third or fourth position now in the championship from one win. Tell me how that's gonna affect the way that you approach the rest of the championship. You think you're gonna be pushing harder?
I think I'm gonna push, but I'm gonna learn to be a little more conservative so I don't crash into the barriers.
Probably a good move. Yep. As I said during the race, to finish first, you must first finish. So, yeah, you got to definitely make sure you keep it clean. But dude, great racing today. Honestly, phenomenal, and excited to see what you got for the rest of the season. Yeah, and I will wish you the best of luck if you do any more reserving for the rest of the day. And if not, we'll see you next week.
Thanks.
Well, alrighty, Dreams. It looks like that's the end of our Tier 5 day today. So, I mean, that was pretty special race. You said it was going to be fun, and you did not disappoint. That was pretty intense. How are you feeling about that? You think it lived up to the standings you were hoping?
Yeah, I mean, Jim has just been insane. I mean, you said 20 points a race, or over 20, which is absolutely ridiculous. I don't even think Max averaged that this year.
He did. He well did.
Max averaged that this year, so I mean he's pretty ridiculous. And I think we have some really good tracks coming up. I mean, 4 rounds in, so this championship is not over by any means.
Yeah.
So I think we have some really. I think Netherlands is going to be such a good race.
It's gonna be fun. Now, of course, it's gonna be in 2 weeks because next week we're gonna be off for the Super Bowl. America, let's go. So while we're off for the Super Bowl, do you think we're gonna see some of these Tier 5 guys sweating it out extra for Netherlands, or do you think they're gonna be taking their off week and chilling?
Oh, they're going to be sweating Netherlands because Zandvoort is so fun to drive on this
so
game.
Fun. Yeah.
I mean, I can honestly sit here and drive Netherlands for forever.
I think it's probably the best track on the game. This game.
Oh yeah, it's got so much grip. All the corners are just. It's not like Canada, and some of these corners are super slippy. I mean, there is just so much grip on the whole track, and you can just throw it around. It is like you're driving with a ragdoll. Like you just throw the car into the corners. It is so fun.
Yeah,
so I
fun
could definitely see some people sweating it out because I love that track.
Yeah, well, we'll see who all ends up being the sweats when we come up to it on the 18th. But obviously, after this, right now, we're gonna go head over to Tier 4 and go watch their broadcast action. If you guys are still here in the chat, make sure you go jump over to the Tier 4 action. They've already started right now, so go give them some love. And of course, our boost action continues all the way for the rest of the night until we hit no assists. I'll be seeing you guys back here on the channel for Tier 1 in a few more hours, and yeah, Dreams, we'll be seeing you behind the screen. Actually on the screen getting racing in Tier 2. Are you excited for it after watching that?
Yeah, no. I think Tier 2 is going to be nuts. I think we might have a pretty big DRS train, but
yeah.
And I keep it clean like I did last week, and just have some really good battles, hopefully up front. Yeah, I think it's going to be a fun race.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. Well, man, I want to say thank you so much, Dreams, for joining me today. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad that I got to come in and jump into the realm here in Tier 5 for the day.
Yeah.
Until next time, y'all, I need you guys to all do me a favor. If you guys are still watching, keep being wonderful. Keep making the world a better place. You guys are absolutely amazing, and we will see you guys in 2 weeks for Netherlands. And, of course, we'll see you when you jump right over to Tier 4. Adios, all.